The next run of verses are about the contrast, about the difference and the non-difference between the two poles of enlightenment practice. And the two poles of enlightenment practice could be described as ignorance and realization. In enlightenment practice, we're constantly flitting between the two. This is the nature of consciousness. It comes and goes. It sleeps, is awakened, and then sleeps again. The point I'd like to make, though, before looking at these verses is, it's not a question of simply getting our head around them. We need to see the truth of them for ourselves. And they're expressed in a way which appeals to the philosophizing mind. And we do need to get a handle on it mentally, but we need to see the truth of it for ourselves. We need to see the truth of these upcoming verses from the perspective of enlightenment practitioners. We flit from ignorance, which personally is my normal state, to realization, which happens when I'm realizing, or which happens when I direct myself to practicing. So let's have a look. Verse 511. The being, which is realized by the wise, having never been in existence, is not united with causation. It is primarily unborn and yet born, while its essence is not obtainable. So this seems quite heavy duty, but from the point of view of enlightenment practice, if you're practicing, it makes perfect sense. So here, ignorance, the state of ignorance, is contrasted with that of the wise. The wise refers to the successful enlightenment practitioner. When you're in this realization, you've gone beyond conceptuality. You're abiding in awareness. And when you're so abiding, there's nothing to be said. You can't even say that this state exists. And this is one of the themes of the next few verses. So because it doesn't exist, it is completely independent of the world of causation that's going on round about us. There is this world that seems to be going on, that is apparently going on. It's a world which we give continuity to. One of the ways we do this is through the principle of causation, that certain conditions give rise to certain factors, and these factors are the conditions for giving rise to other things. We can think of evolution, for example, as one of the principles of causation. Or we can look at it on a more immediate level. I'm grumpy because I've not had enough sleep. I'm irritable because I'm tired or not having enough sex. I'm tired and lethargic because I'm hungry. And so on. This is the world of causation. This is the world of our moods, of our ideas. In enlightenment practice, we step back from that. We step back, at the same time also embracing it lovingly. We don't step back from the world in disgust. We step back from it because we found something more real. We found that which supports the world. And we embrace it lovingly. We become bigger than the world. So, this here, this realization, is not united with causation. It's got nothing to do with the principles of causation. It is primarily unborn and yet born. It is primarily unborn. Primarily unborn. Well, this is one way of describing it. It doesn't come into existence. And yet, because of it, all of this is going on. Because of it, the world is going on. All appearances are going on. My moods are going on. Causation is going on. But its essence is not obtainable. Because its essence is not an object. It is not something that can be grasped. It can't even be grasped intellectually. We can slap labels on it, but all we're doing is slapping labels on something we don't understand, and in that way think that we understand it. This is a proven technique. The point here is that whenever we think we understand it, well, we've lost the way. We're once more in a state of ignorance, not in a state of realization. So we come back to that which is not obtainable. That which is awareness itself. That which holds and embraces everything lovingly.